All right, guys, JR Reviews back with another quick pre-workout review. Today we're talking about KJ Labs Doomsday. Flip this around so you can see the label. Again, I'll post the label in the description. I don't really talk about it much because, again, labels, like everybody says, is it really in here? Who knows? You know, it's just going off this. And what you really care about is the experience. So, again, I'm not going to talk about how the illicits in here, you know, specifically name them. You know, that way we're not going to get flagged or anything like that. So that's why I posted in the description. But KJ Labs. Everybody knows KJ Labs, obviously, for their hard-hitting pre's like, you know, Smash, AMF, Pyre, Oxymelt, things like that. So we would assume that this one is no different, and this one's going to be a hitter as well. So we look at the label here, and I am going to talk about a few ingredients. You know, I love pre-workouts that have thermogenic effects to them because, I mean, again, I mean, you sweat when you work out if you work out hard enough, but it's not, you know, obviously, like, you know, a actual sign of calories being burnt, but you just feel like that you have done something. You feel like that you've been productive in the gym once you are sweating, and obviously, you know, the GBB helps with that. So having GBB in here and then a very low dose of some of the illicits that's in here and decent amount of caffeine, 350, you know, you're like, all right, you know, this should all come together, you know, very, very well, because it shouldn't blow your head off. You know, you should have just a productive experience. So cherry lime flavor, like any other illicits, it's not the best in the world, but this actually isn't that bad. I've ran it 3 times, and I ran it twice with a pump product and once on its own. The pumps are decent on it. I prefer to stack a pump product on it. And I'll be honest with you, my experiences did not change between having a pump product with it and not, because sometimes some of the pump ingredients, you know, can dumb these illicits down, you know, they won't hit as hard. But this, you know, was not the case for that. So again, ran it 3 times, and I'll just say that this thing is, in my experiences and my opinion, mediocre at best. I am not the biggest fan of this one. To me, it does not feel like an illicit. I don't have the crazy dialed in focus, you know, or like the mood elevation. You know, I ran a AMP citrate pre-workout in the last week, and totally night and day, you know, experiences between the two. This one, like I said, to me just feels, it doesn't even hit me now. Like I said, obviously everybody's different. So it's just my experience, you know, that I can speak for here. It didn't hit even like as hard as, like, you know, or even dialed in as much as some of the good, you know, dailies, you know, like Psychostem, Ronin, things like that. To me, this kind of just fell flat on its face every time. Like, I didn't have any get up and go. I mean, because, you know, 350 caffeine, I mean, that should at least, you know, it wasn't even like a caffeine bomb or like a caffeine, like, stimulation with it. Like, my heart rate never got above 95 with it, and that's me pushing. Like, I was legit pushing. It was a push day today, and never got up there to GBB. In my opinion, I've heard other people talk about, you know, with Oxymelt and stuff, their GBB is really weak sourced. And I'll say for 20 grams of this, and I've ran this at the recommended dose, and I've ran this at basically a scoop and a half, which is close to 20, and it hits the same. To me, this hits the same way for me as Euphoria did, meaning like it's very uneventful. Like, on label and on paper, it should be a good time, and it should be, you know, a decent head buzz, you know, a decent mood elevation, a decent like focus, but I got nothing. The only thing that I say that with this was I was a little more talkative with it, but also, like, I wasn't like ready to lift. Like, the last, you know, few pre's I've taken, it's like, I'll talk to you, but it's kind of like on my terms. So it's like, I'll talk to you, now I'm ready to lift, quit talking to me, I'll talk to you when I'm done. This was not like that. This was almost like, let's just keep talking, man, because I'm not in the mood to lift. And it happened every single time. And that's with a great night's sleep, you know, great nutrition the day before, No caffeine before taking this. So, I mean, I've ran it every way I possibly can to try to give it the benefit of the doubt. And to me, it just fell flat on its face every time. Again, that's just my experience with it. You could take it, love it, and it could hit you and be the best thing you've ever tried. But just for me personally, this is one of my least favorite KJ Labs. I love Smash. Smash is one of my all-time favorites, obviously. It hits, and I mean, there's something in that thing that everybody agrees that it is dangerously, you know, spicy, I will say, because I mean, you ramp that thing up and it will absolutely blow your head off. This, not so much. So again, this is available basically anywhere. Try it. Like I said, I mean, this is just my experience only. You may love it and you may think it's the greatest thing ever. So again, Doomsday by KJ Labs. Another quick shot of the profile here. So yeah, check it out. Let me know what y'all think.